Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. There is a load going on at the moment, and coming up we have the week schedule, we have Core and More, a Star Citizen Valentine's event, the first roadmap update of 2023, an Alpha 4.0 special show, the vehicle team are going to be talking, well, about vehicles, and there's a new ship team that's been formed, but we also will be talking about some major issues with Star Citizen Alpha 3.18. From This Week in Star Citizen, happy Monday everyone. Alpha 3.18 is now available to Waves 1 and 2 for PTU testing. We've got all hands on deck focused on getting this update both to all PTU testing waves, as well as onto the live servers. There are still a few issues needing to be smoothed out, but we hope to get 3.18 in your hands very soon. In case you missed it, last week we asked you to save the date for this year's CitizenCon. We're back in person this year, and we'll have more details coming your way very soon, including tickets, location, information on annual cosplay contests, community booths, and more. We can't wait to see you all on October 21st, 2023 in Los Angeles, California. Love is in the air as we approach February 11th, the celebration of Core and More in the Star Citizen universe. We'll have plenty of ways for you to join in the festivities, including chances to win prizes you'll adore, so watch out for all the details as we kick off Core and More later this week. And so just for people to be aware, Core and More does start on the 9th of February, even though we were talking about the 11th a second ago. Now, let's see what's going on this week. Later Tuesday, Cloud Imperium Games are rolling out a major update to the Community Hub, with new features, fixes, and fun included. Keep an eye out for our announcement post with all the goodies you'll want to know. We'll also publish the subscriber monthly newsletter and com link on Tuesday. So Wednesday has the 2023's first roadmap update, along with a roadmap roundup with all the details and sort of context there. They're going to be reposting the last week's Squadron 42 newsletter as well. Thursday, there is a Journey to 4.0 special instead of the Inside Star Citizen this week, dedicated to the creation of their new modular building interior system intended to populate every landing zone in Star Citizen. This is pretty exciting because I want to see the insides of buildings and what they've got planned for cities like, you know, Lorville. I believe after the Lorville 2.0 update they've got planned, they then want to get those building interiors in there and then obviously expand out to places like, you know, ArcCorp and all the other cities as well. Also on Thursday, we've got Core and More kicking off. This is the annual celebration of all things love. This year they've got more than a few opportunities to win some sweet prizes, so grab your finest threads and get ready for a romantic event or two. Typically there are some ship sales and some skins available to purchase as well. On Friday, Star Citizen Live has members of the vehicle team talking about their annual summit in the UK. That's at 4 PM UTC on the Twitch channel. We will cover all of that content and more with summaries and sort of newscasting of all of that stuff. Alpha 3.18 is on the PTU, and we've had a PTU build just the other day. Let's go over what the changes were here and where we stand with that patch. So, oddly, they removed the Drake Cutter, Drake Corsair, and Anvil C8R from the in-game shops. Now, they had obviously added them to the in-game shops during the PTU cycle. I'm assuming this is only a temporary removal for reasons, because Cloud Imperium did say previously the plan is to have everything up through the vehicles released at the IAE 2952 able to be purchased in-game in 3.18. PTU is an iterative process, so sit tight. So, assumedly, they are going to be bringing those ships back in the PTU at some point, and then go into 3.18 live, because those ships were part of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It might have been causing some problems. They might have decided to have those ships at a different location to be purchasable. There were some problems with some of the ship pricing for sure. There were some bug fixes as well in this latest build. The Breach and Steel Reclaimer mission was previously impossible, now it's fixed and actually doable. Players weren't spawning at Grimhex when dying with a crime stat outside monitored space. After ungraceful disconnections, upon loading back in, the player might not spawn in properly and get a 30k error. Paint supplied to the 400i didn't apply to the exterior face of the airlock. The Parasite helmet had distortion effects. Players did not have their armor equipped once they were sort of released from prison, so they didn't have the armor that they were originally rested in. The Valkyrie bottom turret would lock and make players invisible. Distortion damage taken to unshielded tops of the Reclaimer caused issues and sort of massive drops of client and server FPS. On the UI, objectives could disappear when approaching the objective area for the infiltrate and defend missions. Ships previously exploded from collisions with invisible asteroids, which wasn't great, and they fixed 3 client crashes and an additional 3 server crashes. There are some really bad major known issues currently in the patch, though, that Cloud Imperium desperately need to solve, and let me highlight some of the more major ones for you here. Shuttles and public transport just aren't working sometimes, and are jittery too when they do work. There are mission accessibility issues. There are delays with spawning, lots of spawn problems, sort of enemies not spawning in when they need to be, and causing missions to be uncompletable. ASOP terminals sometimes have claim instead of retrieve as a button, so you have to claim your ship rather than retrieve it, which is annoying. Ships at docking ports don't have collision when they spawn in. Some elevators can't be called, and you can fall through some elevators. There are infinite loading screens often at Klesher Prison. You can't exit some pilot seats. So all of these, they need to be solved before a live build, and probably before an open PTU, because they make the game in a lot of cases less than unplayable. I am typically very optimistic about patches, their times and how good they are, and them going out to wider waves. But they really need to fix these issues. It could be something they could do in a week, or it could be something that will take a month. We might have Star Citizen Alpha 3.18 live in February, but it might be the end of March. It literally depends on, can they get some of these blockers solved? The answer is yes, they will be able to. It's just how long. Persistent entity streaming has caused a huge amount of bugs to surface, and with Cloud Imperium testing on the PTU and testing various different things and tweaking some bits, different bugs obviously can arise from that, and that's what we have seen with this PTU cycle, unfortunately. I did also see a Twitter post from Daniel Dexter Taylor, senior vehicle artist at Cloud Imperium, also known as Mr. Argo. Exciting news, I've been given the opportunity to go up and help build a new ship team with Turbulent in Montreal. It's an incredible opportunity, as I've wanted to work abroad for ages, so I feel incredibly lucky to be trusted to go and do this. I am terrified, but also excited. My boss wants me there in April, assuming visas work out, so it will be a quick turnaround, but excited to get stuck in. And that's work and the snow, haha! So, it looks like Montreal, that studio Turbulent, is touching on all areas of game development now, and a new ship team is going to mean more ships done quicker. It makes sense as well, because Cloud Imperium are going to need to bring all their ships in line with sort of like a gold standard, and then get the resource management system working with all of them, and then get physical components in. That's all going to take some time. More devs in this regard equals better, in my opinion. Cloud Imperium really have expanded out hugely with their sort of infrastructure and sort of studio plans. There's 1,000 people they want in like the UK. They've also got new studios in Frankfurt as well as the UK. They've got Montreal expanding out. I think they've got an office in Lyon as well in France now that's sort of connected with Turbulent. We've also got the Austin studio and the LA studio. I expect the Austin studio to expand out this year too. Boom! We're getting that roadmap update tomorrow. Very excited for that. But what do you think? Have you been playing in Star Citizen now for 3.18 Wave 2? How is your experience with that? Are you looking forward to live? When do you think we're going to see it? What do you think about that new ship creation team with Turbulent? Whatever you're interested or excited about, please tell me in the comments below. Using my vast powers of deduction, I have deduced that you may have eyes, and to make use of those, you might want a Tobii eye tracker. They're 15% off until February 9th. They're natively supported in Star Citizen for eye and head tracking. Ooh, I can look around everywhere. Check out my links below for that, or go to tobii.gg/BoredGamer to get that fantastic deal. Ooh.
That's the last chevron locked in, Mr. Daniel Jackson, who is legally distinct from any doctors of the same name. We've done it. We've connected to another world. Daniel Jackson, we're being hacked through the gates to the stars, which is also legally distinct from any other gates that travel to the stars. We should have got NordVPN, Daniel Jackson. We would have been able to browse the internet safely, accessed our favorite content on Netflix, and we would have been able to have privacy. We would have had less of these Egyptian-looking snake people attacking us too.
you should check out nordvpn.com/BoredGamer and get yourself a great deal on NordVPN. Just click the link in the comments section below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For February, it's for a Crusader Spirit C1, the very cool looking multi-crew, multi-role competitor to the Cutlass Black and Freelancer. As it's a concept ship, you'll get a Cutlass Black until it's made flyable. You'll get lifetime insurance with the ship and a game package for Star Citizen 2, so all you need to play. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. If you would like to further support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon or using that join button under my YouTube videos to become a channel member. It goes a massive way to helping us make videos every day, and you'll get some exclusive content from me and Zinnia from time to time too. Become a board gamer today!